Hello, everyone. Welcome to our lesson today. Thank you for dropping by. Today, we're going to look at rude versus polite English. So I'm going to highlight some things that some students might say that are a little bit rude. So we're going to try and correct those so nobody misunderstands you, right? We often want to sound polite. Okay, very good. So before we jump into the lesson, if I could just remind you, please subscribe to me on YouTube. You can like and follow me on Facebook, and you can turn on notifications there as well. And you can also follow me on TikTok. Yes, all of the places. Okay, so good morning. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining today. We're just about to start. So while we let some people in the chat, hello from Iraq. Yes, don't forget to shout out your country. Let me know where you're watching from. And maybe let me know how long you've been studying English. Hello, good morning. Okay, so it looks like we have quite a bit of people in here, so we can go ahead and start the lesson. So I'm going to share my screen. Yes, okay, we can see it. Rude versus polite English. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so here is a note to begin. So in some situations, well, in many situations, I should say, short replies can be seen as rude. Okay, so if you're having a conversation with someone in English and you answer their questions with like one word answers are typically seen as rude. It gives off the feeling that you don't want to talk. You don't want to have a conversation. So some people will think, maybe I should just stop talking because you don't want to talk to me. So just remember, even though short answers are sometimes really convenient, especially when we're talking with our friends, but in different situations, it could be seen as rude. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Also, don't just listen. Try to ask questions too. So I know that when you're learning another language, that when you're having a conversation with someone, you're already thinking of what you're going to answer, or you're really trying to concentrate on what the other person is saying. However, that can be seen as a little bit rude if you don't also ask questions. So if someone says, "How are you?" and you say, "Good," and you don't ask how they are, it can be seen as rude. But I know for a lot of people, they're just really trying to concentrate on what the other person is saying. So it's a little difficult, but I would challenge you to try and ask some questions also. Okay, make it seem like you are engaged in the conversation. Very good. Okay, so we're going to look at some specific words that a lot of students say that we can probably make a little bit more polite sounding. Okay, so the first one, go away, go away. Oh, I didn't mean to go there yet. So if you say go away to someone, it is very strong. It is a very, very strong way to say, I want to be alone. Go away. So in English, usually if we're fighting with someone or we're very, very upset, we might say, go away. So you might see that in some like TV dramas when they're fighting with people, go away. However, in real life, that would be extremely rude to say to someone. So does anyone know what we could say instead of go away? Does anyone have any idea? I know I just showed it on my screen. I have one example for you. So we could say, could you give me a minute? could you give me a minute? Now, this is much more polite than go away. Go away is quite rude. I like this one, Tetewin. Go away, coronavirus. Yes, we don't need to be polite to virus. Okay, so if you want to be polite, maybe go away. I might say that to like my little sister or my little brother when we were kids, right? Go away. I'm playing with my toys. Now, if I'm talking with a coworker or someone in my professional life, I would say, could you give me a minute? Could you give me a minute? So could you is a very, very polite way to ask something. And then give me a minute. I need some time by myself. Could you give me a minute? Very good. Okay. So next one, very similar to go away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay. Oh, I like this one. Could you give me some time? Very good. Could you give me some time? Could you give me a minute? Could you give me a second? Very good. All of them are acceptable and much more polite than go away. Okay. So leave me alone. This is again quite rude, pretty rude. Leave me alone. So another way we could say it in a little bit more polite way. I'd prefer to be alone right now. I'd prefer to be alone right now. So this is polite, but it still gets your point across. You want the other person to leave or go away, and you want to be alone. I'd prefer to be alone right now. Totally acceptable, much better than leave me alone or go away. Okay? This is a good one. Please, I need some time. Excellent. That is also a very good one. Okay, so let's see. Very good. Leave me alone, guys. Leave me alone would be a little bit rude. Maybe if you're friends with someone, it could be okay. The next one is no. So in some situations, of course, just saying no is okay. But for example, if you're at work, your boss asks you to do something or asks you something, a coworker asks you something, a client asks you something, a teacher asks you something. If you just say no, it could be seen as very rude, okay? So instead of saying no, we could say, I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid I can't. So here, this afraid does not mean scared. Does not mean scared. So this afraid means sorry. I know English is very strange, right? I'm afraid I can't. So this is the same as saying, I'm sorry I can't. Okay? Another way we could say no is, I'm afraid, I'm sorry, I'm afraid it's not possible. Okay? I'm afraid it's not possible. Very good. Okay? Another one, I'm terribly sorry, but I won't be available. Okay? I'm terribly sorry, but I won't be available. So here we have 3 ways to say no. Maybe it depends on the situation, which one you would like to use. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid it's not possible. I'm terribly sorry, but I won't be available. Okay? I'm afraid I can't get it. Very good. I'm afraid I can't get it. Okay, so anytime you want to be polite and you want to decline something, you could always say, I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid it's not possible. I'm afraid I won't be available. Using I'm afraid before your negative sentence will just make it sound very polite, okay? Oh, this is a good one. I'm afraid it's not suitable. Well done, well done. So, afraid meaning. So, afraid here means sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, it's a very polite way. Oh, hello. So, it's a very polite way to say sorry and reject something. Okay, moving on. Ooh, wait, wait. So wait is a very easy word. We can just say wait. But in some cases, just wait is going to be too direct. So if we're talking with a boss, a client, a teacher, your friend, maybe okay, wait. But if we're talking to someone and we want to be very polite, instead of just saying wait, one word, maybe it's better to say something like, could you hold on a moment, please? Could you hold on a moment, please? Could you wait a moment, please? Could you hold on? Hold on means wait. So could you hold on a moment, please? Very good. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Another one word, move. So for example, if you are watching the fireworks, but you can't see because there is a tall man standing in front of you. If you are very angry or, very irritated, you might say move, but it is very, very rude. So instead, we would say, excuse me, excuse me. That's all you need to say, really. So if you say, excuse me, to someone standing in front of you, usually they will understand and they will move out of your way. Okay? So just saying move by itself could be seen as very rude and it might start a fight with someone. So I would avoid using move by itself. I don't think even to my friend, I would never say move. That's kind of if you're fighting, you might say that. Okay, so be very careful with this one word. I've heard some students say it when they mean like, could you please move out of the way? Move. So remember, like when you say it as one word, it almost sounds like a command. Wait, move. So, it's how we talk to dogs also. Like if you have a pet dog, you'd say sit, stay, shake. It is a command. So if you treat a person like that, if you talk to a human being like that, they might think it's very rude. Okay. So when in doubt, use a longer sentence. Very good. Oh, yes, this is a good one. Hang on, please. Very good. Hang on, please. So hang on, hold on. They mean the same as wait. Oh, this is a very good one. Could you give me a minute, please? Excellent, excellent. Okay. Move is polite or rude. So move would be very rude. I would avoid using the word move by itself. Okay, good job. Next, let's look at conversations. So remember at the beginning, I told you that when you're having a conversation with someone, try to ask questions back to them to make it look like you are enjoying the conversation. Okay? Very good. By saying, excuse me, the speaker, him or herself, moves away. Isn't it like that? It could be for either. So, excuse me, I'm trying to pass through you. But if you tap someone on the shoulder, if you're trying to watch something, you tap someone on the shoulder, excuse me, they would understand that you want to see, so they would probably move. If they didn't understand, you could just say, excuse me, could you please move over? Could you please move over? But usually just saying, excuse me, would be enough. Okay? Very good. So in conversation, So this happens to me a lot since I am an English teacher. I often ask this question to my students. What did you do over the weekend? So I want to know what my students did on the weekend. Did you go to the park? Did you go to a restaurant? Did you watch a movie? But sometimes, especially recently, they're stuck inside the house, so they didn't do anything. However, when they answer my question, what did you do over the weekend? They answer nothing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so nothing could be a correct answer. What did you do over the weekend? Nothing. Okay, but it does sound a little cold. It sounds a little cold, like you're not interested in the conversation. You want to move on. So you gave me a short answer, and it's a one-word answer. So remember, one-word answers in English can sometimes sound rude, okay? So instead of nothing, boo, I would recommend saying something like this. Not much. How was your weekend? Okay, so if you really did nothing interesting, if you really did nothing interesting on the weekend, you could say not much. How was your weekend? So don't forget to ask the other person. Be engaged in the conversation. Somebody asked you, so you can ask another question. Okay. If you did something specific on the weekend, you can say that also. Okay. Yes, we can also say on the weekend. So I used over the weekend. So what did you do over the weekend? We can also say, what did you do on the weekend? Both are okay. All right. So next one. Okay. How about this question? What do you want to eat for lunch? Okay. So you are with your colleague, or you're with your boss, or you're with your friend. What do you want to eat for lunch? So this answer is common among my students. Let's see what it is. Oh my goodness, I don't care. So if you say, I don't care, it means you're not interested in something. If I ask you, what do you want to eat for lunch? I don't care. Oh, okay, so do you not want to eat lunch with me? It sounds very strong. It sounds like you're not interested. So I would recommend not using I don't care. Okay? I don't care is a little bit strong. So instead, I would recommend I'm not picky. I'm not picky. What would you like to eat? So remember asking another question back. What would you like to eat? So if you really think anything is okay, if you think anything is okay, I could eat anything. You could say, I'm not picky, or anything is fine. Or if you have something specific that you want to eat, ooh, I'd like some Italian food, or I'd like some Japanese food. What would you like to eat? So remember, no matter what you say here, it'd be good to confirm with the other person if they have something in particular that they would want too. Okay? I'm a vegetarian. So you could say that. I'm a vegetarian, so I would like maybe to go get some veggie burgers or something like that. Okay? I want to eat pizza for lunch. Very good. Okay. I want to eat spicy noodles. Oh, those are good. I like those too. I love spicy noodles. Okay. Let's see. Oh, thank you. As you like instead of I don't care. Yeah, you could say whatever you would like to eat would be fine with me. As you like would be okay. Many things would be better instead of I don't care. Good job. Picky meaning. Good question. So what is the meaning of picky? So picky means if you are picky, it means that you don't like many types of food. So a picky eater, maybe they don't like corn, they don't like beef, they don't like lettuce, they don't like many things. If you are not a picky eater, that means everything is okay. You could eat anything. Okay? So are you a picky eater or are you not a picky eater? Could you please leave it in the comments? I am picky. I see. I think I am not a picky person, so I am very easy to go to lunch with. Okay? Very good. So, okay, next one. Ooh, what movie should we watch? Okay, so you're with your friend or you're with someone else you know, and they ask you, what movie should we watch? Oh, very good. Not picky. Excellent, excellent. Yes, picky equals choosy. That's right. Very good. Okay. So you're with a friend, you're with somebody that you like, not your enemy, right? What movie should we watch? So lots of people might say, dun dun dun, whatever. Oh no. I've heard some of my students saying, whatever. Whatever in English, don't say whatever. So whatever is very similar to I don't care. I don't care, whatever. So be careful when using this word. Sometimes it is appropriate, but as a one-word answer, it can seem quite rude, okay? So instead of saying whatever, we can say some other things, right? Oh, yes, whatever you want. Very good. If you say whatever you want, that could be a much, much better sentence. So whatever you want, that's a good sentence. One word answer, whatever, no. Okay, so I chose this sentence. I'm fine with anything. So if you really mean whatever, anything is fine, you could say I'm fine with anything or anything is fine. What would you like to watch? Okay. If you have a specific type of movie that you want to watch, I see horror in the comments. What movie should we watch? Something horror could be a good answer. I also like horror movies. Okay, so, or if you have a specific title, you could say that, or I'm fine with anything. What would you like to watch? That is a very nice answer, right? Very good. Okay, so that was the last one. What kind of movies do you guys want to watch? Leave it in the comments. I see some. Oh, I love scary movies. Wow, we should all watch a horror movie sometime. We should watch a funny movie. Very good. Something adventurous. You like the adventure genre. We should watch action movies. Also pretty good. Okay. Is this correct? I like whatever is available. Yes. So you could say, I'm fine to watch whatever is available. I like whatever is available. Very good. Action movie. Nice. Yeah. Can I use everything is fine for food? Everything is fine. Anything is fine. Usually I would say anything is fine because it means something out of everything, right? Usually we would say anything. Anything is fine. Okay. Let's see. Normally I watch English movies and Korean series. Very good. I also watch many Korean series. Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Ruth. I'm glad you enjoyed the lesson. Something funny. Yeah, funny movies are really good too. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Uh, let's see. I'm fine with anything, but I prefer action movies. Good sentence. Very, very good. Very natural, very polite. Excellent sentence. Cartoon because I think I'm a child even though I'm 20. Nice one. Nice one. Cartoons are still good. Okay. I'm okay, whatever it is. How about you? Very nice. Okay, good job, everyone. Well done. So, let's see. Thank you for joining the lesson today. If possible, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more over there. And if you turn on notifications, you'll also be able to see when I post new lessons, when I go live. I'm posting a lot of short lessons also. You can follow me on Facebook and you can turn on notifications. That way you'll know when I go live. And I'm also on TikTok. So thank you guys so much for watching. When is the next session? So I will be posting a YouTube lesson again tonight. And then the next live lesson. So it's a little tricky since it's been a holiday. I live in Japan and it's a holiday right now, a week-long holiday actually. So I think the next time is going to be Monday. Let's say Monday for the next live lesson, okay? Monday. I will see you on Monday. I'm sorry that sometimes my schedule has been a little hectic recently, but hopefully it will be okay soon. Okay. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in our next lesson very, very soon. Bye, everyone.